What is that number one mantra to ensure that your child is always successful? Hello, I'm Supriya Raja, and I have been in the field of special education for more than 12 years. And now I'm also the founder of Empowered Parenting Hub. So, coming back to this topic, what is that one mantra to ensure that your child will be successful no matter what life throws? And that is to be a lifelong learner. Yes. Now, what is it that constitutes being a lifelong learner? For one, what I believe is being a lifelong learner is being open to new ideas, new lines of thinking, new thought process, being open to others' perspective also, along with being confident about our own perspective. And how does this help? It gives us multiple ways of looking at a situation. We get better in solving problems. We're better problem solvers. We come up with more creative solutions. Because you see, we are all connected. And it definitely makes sense to take inputs from others, to be open to others' lines of thinking also. The second element, I think, would be honing one's own skills. Now, honing one's own skills could be professional as well as personal, which could include improving our qualifications, improving our learning and information which is connected to our domain. That is one aspect. The second aspect of honing one's own skills would be personal, which could be any skill set, whether it's skill set in driving a car, cooking skills, gardening skills, homemaking skills, swimming, cycling, anything. Because we are all multifaceted, we are all multidimensional. It definitely makes a lot of sense in learning different skills, and which makes us become a more whole and a more rounded personality. The third element would be having our courage and our ability to learn from others' mistakes. Yes. How does that help? When we learn from others' mistakes, one is we are less judgmental of others. We empathize with them better. Also, we also think, okay, we should not be doing this. This is something that I would not be doing, or this is something that I would probably be doing also. So we are gaining a better perspective to a situation, a better way of reacting to a situation or responding to a situation, by keeping our eyes open, by keeping our hearts open to learning from others also. The next element is also having the courage to be reflective or introspective. What is that? Having the courage when we make a mistake, instead of defending ourselves, also having the courage to keep a mirror in front of us, introspecting where we went wrong, why we did something wrong, what better way we could respond to that particular situation. And introspecting, coming up with better ways of responding to a situation, more effective way of responding to a situation, makes us a better lifelong learner. Now, how does all these help us? For one, we are more resilient towards life. Yes, life will continue to throw challenges at us, but when we are resilient, we are able to bounce back from life's challenges. We are able to see different ways of resolving a situation, like how the current situation of COVID is. People who are resilient, people who are open to new ideas, have been open to coming up with different new ways or more novel ways of reorganizing their business or reorganizing their career, and they're able to thrive vis-a-vis somebody who is rigid to new ideas, who is always thinking that I'm right or my line of functioning is right. We see many of those people spiraling downwards. So you see, this helps us to be more resilient towards life, to bounce back in life, no matter what life throws at us. Now, how do we as parents help and ensure that our children also are able to ingrain these traits or qualities and become successful always? Because like they say, life is not linear, it is like waves. You have the highs and the lows. So, for one, what we could do is when the child is as young as even 3, 4 or 5 years, if the child is being creative in using their toys, you can start from there. They are maybe dismantling their toys, or they are using the toys not the way it is supposed to be used. We are not correcting them. We are allowing them to express that also. You don't know what creative thing would come out of it. As far as they are being safe, as far as the toy is also safe, it's fine. So allowing them to explore their surroundings, allowing them to explore what they have with them, and not putting a full stop to that. Because then they have the courage to explore different avenues of life even later on in their own life. So the whole thing starts pretty young. The second way is when they are in school. They are probably in their primary or middle school, and they are learning some concepts in school. Instead of just encouraging them to study and appear for the examination, you could take certain interesting concepts and help them to, or encourage them to connect to real life. For instance, a very simple example is they are learning this concept of how do seeds germinate. So instead of they just studying it and appearing and writing it in examination, encouraging them to actually try it out in the real life. Bring some pots, filling it up with mud, and taking some seeds from your own kitchen counter and sowing those seeds and seeing how the seeds are germinating. You could also go a little further, like you can keep one pot in front of this in the sunlight and other pot in your cupboard, and see how those two seeds in the different environments are responding. One is with sunlight and water, and the other without sunlight or even water. So you see, they are actually developing that while giving them the opportunity to connect what they're learning to real life. You're also encouraging them to be building inquiry, encouraging them to be curious about their surroundings, encouraging them to ask questions, building that critical thinking. The other way you could instill all these traits is allowing them to express themselves. If they have a different opinion, maybe your child is by then in the pre-teens or early teens, because by then they also have the sense of identity. They want to express their views, which is fine. So allowing them to express themselves, even if their views or their ideas may not be in alignment with how you think. So this encourages them to build their own individuality, build their confidence, and they have their own courage to express themselves. So you see, these are some of the ideas I'm presenting to you for you, which I think are very crucial to instill that element of being a lifelong learner and move towards life confidently, and also face the different challenges that life will probably or mostly keep throwing at you or at the child. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel. I will also be putting a link to my VIP group. You can also be part of my community, where I keep posting podcasts and videos in my community. So until my next video, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.